Early June 2023, I'm riding through Dayton, Ohio, or the suburbs of said city. Trying to find cool cars, trucks, motorcycles, whatnot. Let's get going. As usual, I'm going to tell you where they're located, give you a phone number if I can, because if I don't want them, I want you to be able to get them if you want them. Let's do this. All right, he just saw something in a driveway and the guy's out mowing his grass, so we're going to drop in here, talk to him, see if it's for sale. We're almost to Springfield, if not actually in Springfield. But I'll get some more information when we get to the house. I think you'll agree this is a pretty cool thing. Now, you see it over there yet? I'm not zoomed in, so I gotta ask. Pretty cool, huh? Let's give him a talking to and see what's up with it. The body is pretty damn straight on that car.
Oh, yeah, it's great. We have so many people stop and ask, and
yeah, not a very common trim level on that car. Very cool though.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Let me holler at him.
Yeah, sure. What's his name?
Dan.
Dan. Okay. Duals. Yeah, this is actually pretty darn solid. At least from what I'm seeing now, this is a solid car, man. Been repainted, clear coat coming off that fender. Wow, dude, that is a solid car. Oh, that's cool. Somebody did some very subtle accents there on the paint. Yeah, it looks like maybe this fender and this door were repainted. Yeah, let's get to learn a little more about this car. Wow, cool car, man. Cool find. You're Dan?
I'm Dan.
I'm Sean. I'm checking out the car, man.
Sean, nice to meet you.
I didn't expect to see that little side emblem say F85 on there. You
Yeah.
don't see them much like that. The 69?
That's 68.
68.
350 Rocket.
Such a cool car.
They are.
You had it for a while, or
I'm the third owner.
you've had it for a while, or?
Oh, I've had it for 25 years.
Wow.
Maybe 30.
I like the duals on there.
Yeah.
Does it run?
Oh yeah. It actually, at 100,000 miles, the second owner actually rebuilt the entire engine. He was the.
Can we check it out, like under the hood and all that? Okay.
It's got a posi. If you notice that the rims and everything are still.
They look so cool.
They're
on there
legit,
too.
yeah.
I like the post. I like the fact that it's a.
It is a post, yeah.
I actually think that looks cooler than the hardtop.
I do too.
That color was very common, kind of that greenish blue.
But the first owners actually went to Detroit and had it made specifically for them.
Very cool. Got the backup lights in the bumper.
It's got the air conditioning. It's got everything that a F85, I guess, what I've always been told, isn't supposed to have.
Yeah, because the F85 was the base car, right?
Yeah.
Was that the...
And that's got the
Can we look under the hood?
Sure, if you want.
Okay. I'll let you open that so I don't mess it up. I don't want to...
I don't think you'll mess it up.
That's so cool. I love the... did you do the striping or did somebody else?
Actually, the second owner did it.
Remote mirror. Air conditioning. The seats look fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, look at that blue interior. Air conditioning, see the dash. This is a cool car.
It gets a lot of attention.
Oh yeah. I've never seen that logo on the fender of one of these ever.
Can't tell, I haven't been in here for a while.
It's like a lot of my stuff. I should have thought 68, because 68 on all the GM stuff, they started these little side marker lights. Sometimes you push down as you're doing that. It'll...
Yeah. Okay, why don't you go ahead.
The engine's like, I do not want to be set free. Is that it? Try that. Well, we had good intentions.
We had good intentions.
It's the 68 100,000 miles 350 rocket, and it's an F85 that in person the body looks very solid. It looks like somewhere along the way this got repainted in the door.
He got hit by a deer.
Oh, I like that little subtle striping above the wheel wells. This is so cool. Gotta sit in here and smell that 68 smell. Air conditioning on this. Oh, check out the button that goes AM FM. Says Oldsmobile on it. AM FM in a 68. AM FM radio in a 68.
Isn't that wild?
Man, it's got some stuff that were just not on them then. And the dash is absolutely flawless. Just perfect. That little shifter. You can tell it's a brother to the Chevy. Like the Chevelle and all that. What a cool ride.
The ride's nice.
Oh man, yeah.
Ride's like a caddy.
And the 350 has a whole lot of torque, so it's a very smooth acceleration. Remote mirror was an option.
It sounds good.
Oh, I bet it's got the duals on it and stuff. Man, even really low on the panels, it looks crazy solid. You can tell it's a brother to a Chevelle, I was telling her. Man, so cool. Man, I just had a brush with death back there. We were having a hard time opening the hood. They have this big contraption down under the bumper. Rod comes up, it's on a clevis, it's very involved. And I got up under the car, stuck my hand up between the bumper and this little plastic piece that directs air toward the radiator. Pulled on the little rod, tried to get the thing open, and I couldn't, so I realized after that my hand and my arm were indeed stuck. And I thought to myself, this can't be how it ends. I've survived jumping out of airplanes, going over 200 miles an hour in cars and on motorcycles. I was even married once, and still, I thought this was the final moment. And I thought, here I am under a 68 F85 in Springfield, Ohio, and this is the end. I just imagine them saying, well, since he's dead, we may as well rifle through his pockets. See if he's got any loose change on him, which that's about it, about $1.18 at last check. But the search continues. Let's find more cars, and I will try not to die, because that would be the end of my channel. That wouldn't be much fun at all. I don't want to be dead quite yet. I mean, I know it'll happen eventually. That got dark. Let's keep driving. That's Young's Dairy over there. They have a little petting zoo, so you can take the kids there, and the ice cream is phenomenal. I once got such a large banana split there that as I walked to the table, everybody I passed clapped. I got a round of applause for my dessert choice. It was huge, had like 13 scoops. Yes, they make it. Call me out on that. Sweet! I'm going through Yellow Springs, Ohio, the home of Ha Ha Pizza. Bunch of ex-hippies decided to put together a pizza joint, and it's actually phenomenal. Little bitty town. Dave Chappelle is from here. Kind of a little hippie spot. But see the building, see the one with all the orange plastic things out front? The very next building is Ha Ha Pizza. And if you want to get a pizza that is pretty freaking awesome, that's where you go right there. Yeah, Dave Chappelle is from this area and still lives here. You'll notice a whole lot of people walking through the streets and everything. It's just that kind of town. There's a couple of blocks up ahead of us that are downtown, and just really old buildings and kind of quaint little hippie sort of things. I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see what we're doing here. Great little destination on the weekend. All the little crafts and stuff outside are almost certainly made locally. Just the next couple blocks here. By the way, there's a building up here that I always thought almost looked like it was kind of a Salvador Dali inspired thing. Look at this as we go by this, the shape of the building. Cool. The Chappelle Shop. What? There's a big C on the front. Dave Chappelle owns that now. Holy crap. I was pretty excited over that. I'm sorry. Probably not a huge deal, as large as I made it. This never happens. At an eighth of a mile back that way is a first generation Camaro. Appeared to be green with a black vinyl top. And there's another Chevy, I think late 60s. So we're gonna back out of here. Turn on my backup alarm. Why do Priuses have backup alarms? So I don't hit something with my payload or what? That sure did look like a 67 or 68. Let's discover this together. Zoom a little bit. Is it this one? Fence out back? Yes. Okay, they have wheels for sale. Gotta come up here and get a look at this. If they have wheels for sale, that's okay for me to be in the driveway, right? I'm not gonna get shot. '67 Camaro. Oh, and a GTO. Let's get out and talk to them. You have lots of cool stuff, fellow gearhead. Well, it's kind of a long story. I live in Tampa, but I came to Maysville, Kentucky. My dad passed 2 weeks ago. Thank you. I went there to see my mom and for the funeral, and then I visited a buddy in Dayton. And now I'm just driving down the back road here, and I see this little 68 sitting here. Yeah. 4-speed car. Oh, you can't have a Camaro without a 4-speed. Man, I think this is my favorite year of Camaro. This is my favorite year of Camaro, especially with that stainless at the top of the door there. Mm-hmm. I'm Sean.
Sean Bernie.
Good to meet you, Bernie.
Nice to meet you. No, I kicked around because actually I was thinking about I kind of like the '66 Chevelles. And
that's another one of my favorites.
And, yeah, and I got the '66 Le Mans, so I was kicking around maybe try to restore it. And
what's that? A 326 car, probably?
It is a 326 car. That's sport coupe, but it's got a 400 in it, and a 400 turbo out of a 70 Grand Prix.
That's a pretty solid looking car.
It's from Texas.
I just a little while ago saw a guy had a 68 F85, which looks just like a Cutlass, but it's a real low trim level, has a post. And that's the first one I'd ever seen in a 68.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, it was a cool ride.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I kind of like to maybe get a bigger car, and or maybe a Tri-5. My first car was a '55 Chevy. I got when I was like 15.
I almost bought a 55 back in it's like 25 years ago.
Yeah.
And it was really close to Dayton. It was by Xenia, and it was a tunnel ram on a small block and a tilt fiberglass doghouse, and had a force. It was the old style.
Yeah, I like gasser style.
Yeah. So
I like that.
It's a pretty solid car, though. This is probably not the cheapest Camaro out there. Good solid car.
Yeah, it's solid. It's not perfect.
Is it small block?
Yeah. The spring is kind of messed up.
That's kind of a constant.
Yeah, it's heavy. The hood's heavy too.
Yeah, pretty straightforward small block. Power brakes.
Power brakes, yeah. No power steering.
You don't really
Camel
need
hump heads. I mean, correct error.
Yeah.
It's not the original motor, but it's the correct error motor. 68 or 69. I think.
The more time passes, I've had a lot of LS stuff. And if I found one of these that was a rolling chassis, I'd probably do like an LS1 and a 6-speed.
Well, that's what I kind of was thinking about. It's funny you said that, because I kind of was thinking about what about an Impala, like a LS, you know.
That'd be cool.
But I just can't get over the X-frame and the carrier bearing.
Yeah, it's weird to do exhaust on those.
Look at that rust. That's new.
I think everybody put these on early Camaros.
Yeah. Hell, that's cheap. Just now started roasting.
That's probably a few years ago they started making them all Chinese, you know.
Yeah, well, I actually was thinking about upgrading some stuff on this anyways. I was gonna go to the better headers, put new exhaust and headers on it, and replace. Obviously, it's got a valve cover gasket leaking.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, and kind of just tweaking it up, going through it. You got to readjust the valves again. I haven't readjusted them since.
Is it a different cam or?
Yeah, it's got a Lenati cam, crane roller tip rockers, balance blueprint. The cam's degreed in. It's a little noisy though. I need to really go through and readjust it.
Kind of loosened up a little bit.
Yeah, they're making a little noise. I haven't, never did.
You don't see many green.
No, I like it. I mean,
You said this is a 400 Pontiac with a turbo 400, so it's going to have that. Oh man, those engines just, they look so
They're
different
huge.
from the, and also the changing the spark plugs is so easy.
and look,
Winters, that's an original intake.
yeah, the wheeling. Yeah.
Holy hell, Street Dominator.
Yeah, it's a.
What's that, a slobber jet under there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Power brakes with a single pot.
It's power drum brakes.
Oh, that's crazy.
It's original. Yeah.
Would you sell this one?
I mean, I might.
You're like me, it's like, well, you know, I wouldn't sell my wife, but pretty much every damn thing else. Oh, wow. Power steering, power brakes. Got a little loose belt on there, but the rest of it looks to be really, really, it's solid down low too. Rust on the back of the door, the very front of that quarter, a couple very small bubbles behind that wheel. Ding right on that. Le Mans. I'll give you the approximate address on either one of these cars. If you have any interest, send me an email and I'll make sure you get in touch with the owner. That fastback, so classic.
Oh yeah, sucking window. It's like.
Oh yeah.
Always reminds me of Corvette, like the old Corvette. Like
Still got the console. It's a Power Glide, used to be.
Yep. 2-speed Power Glide 326.
Check this thing out. The floor is actually,
Not bad.
yeah, that's a little up there.
I actually would probably just repair what's there, because once you start cutting and stuff, if you don't weld them things back right, it kind of weakens the integrity of it.
Yeah.
I've done that before.
That's a cool car. Headliner smoked, but you know, 66. Very cool. Gotta see this one. I like the red lines.
That's why I had this
Yeah, it does. That's a cool ride, man. Back in the day, that little center panel, the area between the brake lights there, the painted area, if it was black, it meant it was a big block SS. Got a nice cam. You can't tell it on the phone, but it's going bank to bank. Sounded just beautiful. He said about 30 would get this, or he'd really like to trade for a bigger two-door. Think like 66 Chevelle, or maybe even Impala. So if that's something that's interesting to you. My favorite year, man. Love these things. Cool car. It's sounding good.
It's pretty quick. Lots of fun to drive. Gets all the attention. Yeah, she's a beauty.
People, it pays to pay attention. Got the Pontiac back there, which seems like a pretty good solid car. Some work needed in the floor, but just make a driver out of it. The Camaro, about 30-ish. Small block 4-speed. Not the original engine, but has the old double hump heads on it. Small block that runs well. Seems pretty solid. But the reason I said you got to pay attention and ask questions is because he just said across the street here, look over there. See that blue thing? He said that guy's name is John. And he said he'd be cool if I went over there on a Sunday, which is what it is. So I'm going over there right now. Every time you're talking to somebody about a cool car, take a little extra minute and ask them, first of all, if they have cars or trucks or motorcycles or whatever. Talk to them, get to know them, and also ask them what's around, because this right over here, they said his name's John. He's a nice guy, he likes talking about cars and stuff, so he said, I probably will not get shot coming back here, so that's what I'm doing. The only thing in question is I don't know if he's in the front or the back. So if I see him out here, I'm going to absolutely stop. The good news is most people think that a person in a Prius is never up to anything bad. And I'm not. But, okay, beware of dog. Oh, he's got a cool pond with a deck and everything. All right, there's the Nova. See that? 68 to 72 Nova. A couple other things up in front there. I don't really want to go around this truck parked right in the road because I don't know if he's back there or not, and I don't want to agitate the guy. He may be right back at this house. I'll be right back. Look at that. There's a Nova there with the black stripes and 2 Barracudas just to the right of that. Well, that's about all for finding that guy. I think he must be gone for now or something, but I'm gonna have to move on because we don't have much day left. It's 5:30 in the middle of summer, early June 2023. I'm gonna get back on 73 South, and I'm just a little north of Oxford, just a little outside. So if you're on 73, I'm gonna say probably 2 or 3 miles outside the city. If you're in that area, look closely. You'll be able to see the Camaro, and you'll be able to see the house behind me, which has a Nova, a couple of Barracudas, well actually 2 Novas. But we have to get out on the road, so we're going that way. Did I just see a go-kart or parked to a go-kart on the side of the road at somebody's mailbox? There's no way. I'm gonna come up here and it's gonna be some trash cart or something. There's just no way. But you gotta look, right? I'm always preaching it. I gotta live it. Let's go back and find this. See if I can identify and maybe abscond with said go-kart stuff. Hey, it's not. Free. That's a little, a couple of tires. Don't need that. Up and under. A fan assembly. Don't need that either. But I had to look, right? I mean, duh. Okay. That says Jim's NASCAR Collectibles 863-1495. Now, over here is what I wanted to show you guys. We'll pull in here by the building and you'll get a good idea of what I'm referring to. Let me get a little zoom. Not that much. Mustang that's almost certainly not a V8 car. Little SVT Cobra right beside it. That one right there, 73-74 Firebird. That is a pretty rare car. You just don't see these much. And as we go, you'll see this guy is all about that. See the little blue one right there? That's another 73-74. Then right by that, a turbo Trans Am. I used to have a blue one. That's the white limited edition one. Let me get a little more zoom going here so you can see what I'm talking about. That's the white limited edition. Then right beside it is another one. Let's see here. Yeah, that guy likes those Trans Ams. The earlier Firebirds and Trans Ams had that flat back glass, and then after a while they made it so it was kind of it wrapped around the B pillar. There's another one. Well, this guy likes his Firebirds and Trans Ams. Over here, GT Mustang. Now that'd be the kind of car I'd be caught driving when I went to jail. Right there. Now that's the last. No, it's not. There's another one tucked back in there. This guy likes his Firebirds and Trans Ams. Just to top this off, we'll go ahead and throw in an F100 over there. This is all like in one little spot. I gave you the number, so if you can figure out the area code, then you got this. I answered my own question right across the street. Key storage. 513 is the area code. That's 895-1475. Directly across from Key Storage, all the Trans Ams and Firebirds. Bob Seger was a fan of them. Out in the back seat of my 60 Chevy. Found one on the side of the road here, white. I don't know anything else about it yet, so let's come in here and get an idea what's up. 2-door, 4-door. It's a crew cab, people. Quad report. Check that. At the place where we were looking at the 68 Camaro, he said he just sold a 2-door, really, really rusty for $5,200. 59s and 60s are among my favorite Chevys ever. This is just on the side of the road, and it's somewhere on US 1 in Indiana. Man, I wish I could tell you, but I have no idea where I am right now. Absolutely not. Wish I could tell you big, great news that I know all about it, but I simply don't. Before I say anything at all about this car, I gotta tell you, see that bush right there? That's honeysuckle. Man, this area smells incredible. Right next to the DQ. Look at this. Those lines, man. The back window on these is electric. The center portion there. The Mercury and the Lincoln look very, very similar. Only way you can really tell on this very quickly is obviously by the Lincoln logo. Look at that inset, kind of Corvette-ish. Hood opens backwards. I gotta check. There's an engine in there. See that thing on the dash? That is a sensor, an early version of when you're driving along and your headlights are on bright, it automatically dims them. Now look at this grill. Continental. It's a bad dude, man. A lot of cars from this era have those cracks right up there. Mark IV. That's a bad dude right there. Leather interior, radio down under the dash there. Be a little difficult to find parts for this because see all the chrome around the back there? And stainless. Yeah, try finding that. Maybe if you already had one. We're right next to the DQ, and I wish I could tell you more, but there's Lawrence Motorsports over there across the street from it. There's Ashcraft Auto Body. Yeah, let's go ahead and focus on that. 2 doors down from Ashcraft Auto Body. We're in 812 area code now, 926-2110. So there it is. There's the stinking Lincoln. I could spot a Model A from a mile away. I can just smell these up here. Got a cool old tractor. Looks like a couple of A's, 28, 29 maybe. Oh, one of those cool places that has a little bit of everything. That's a 3031 right there. Obviously, they didn't really call it a 5-window coupe. That's just known as a coupe. It's for sale. And there's also, okay, I gotta get out. There's cool stuff I'm surrounded by cool stuff. Even a little gas station thing over there. I gotta get out. Okay, we gotta check out this one first. 14.7. No rust, new interior, new bumper. It's a 30. In Model A's, 28 and 29 are incredibly similar, and 30, 31 are very similar. I have a 31 Roadster myself. My favorite color on one of these, Washington blue. That has a trunk on it. You can tell it's not a rumble seat because the handle is on the bottom. If we're up toward the top there, that would indicate a rumble seat. Also, one thing you'll notice about this one, it's probably a little less. Yeah, that's $9 grand. New engine, good driver. The one thing that points out this is a little higher optioned car See that light right there? That's one of the reasons. And that's another. See the chrome handle right there? That's to help you get in and out of that rumble seat that is in this car. I don't know if it's still in there, but another option. A little thing to stand on as you get up inside the car. And one on the fender too. Got a little stand to put your foot on as you're stepping up into the car. Pretty highly optioned car too. You know, it's kind of amazing that you can get a 1930 Ford that you can drive home from here for under 10K. It's just kind of crazy. Well, we got to look at some other stuff here. Model A Street, the sign says. Sometimes they're a little too rough to finish. That's his flower bed. Get it? Various Model A stuff. Another one of those tractors like we saw out toward the front, a little yellow one there. And a frame to a Model A being done. Some various Model A parts over there. Give you a little zoom here. I don't want to get too close to all of his stuff, but got a cowl right there. Various pieces. Yeah, this guy likes his Model A's. And his cool little gas station, little Texaco. Got his farm all with the bush hog on the back. I can see liking the Model A's, man. I've had mine for a lot of years already, and I love it. That little centerpiece there between the two pumps, a light, and also has an air tank in it, so you can put some air in your... Either that or that's water. No, that's water. That is water. Wow. Topping off the radiator when you get the gas. That's a cool building, huh? What a beautiful setup, man, just on the side of the road. Wow. There's a cab to a Model A pickup truck up under there. Another cowl, a gray one back there for what they call the sport roof. There's a grill shell. He likes his Model A's, and I totally get it. Got to see what this tractor is over here. This is just very interesting. Check it out. What a cool little roadside attraction. Guy likes his Fords, man. Worthington. Flathead 4-cylinder, which looks, that's a Ford engine. Am I right? Boy, that sure does look like a Ford engine. Yeah, look at the grill. Looks like it's part tractor, part A. There's another A or B engine. I'm assuming it's an A. I'm assuming that thing's made from a Model A. And various other components. Wow, the pivot point for the front axle is down under there. See that? It has automotive brakes on there. Boy, what a cool piece that is. Okay, I would drive that everywhere, all time. I'd be in that every day of my life, driving it into town. Put the banjo rear end in it. I think it's all Model A stuff. Huh. Gotta get out on the road, not much daylight left. There's something that happens every time I go out on one of these adventures. There's one sort of car that I see time and time again. A couple of past trips, a 66 Dart GT. How random is that? This time around, it's 73, 74 Firebirds, Trans Ams, and Formulas. That one right there has my favorite hood that has ever been on a Pontiac product. Nothing else back through there. There is, however, if I can pull across here without driving over something bad. Now this is just a parts vehicle, so don't get all excited, but look at that. Let's see if I can get some kind of, it's a Chevy truck. Totally a parts truck. But there it is, hiding behind a big load of gravel. We're starting to see some stuff right as the sun's going down, so maybe that's a harbinger of things to come. No, I don't need gas. It's a Prius. I put gas back in it in 2017. I just saw this thing pull in. Oh, is that a 69? I'll ask the guy here. That guy just bought that car. It's a 69 Fairlane 500, a little less of a trim level than the XL that my grandma had. But it's still very cool. It's a 390. It's that fastback, which it's so cool. I was pointing out to him, the fastback goes almost all the way back to the very back of the car within just a few inches. Google 69 Ford fastback. Yeah, my grandma had a dark green 69 XL with a 390 and had kind of a silky kind of, maybe you guys know what I'm talking about. It's not cloth and it's not vinyl. It's kind of a cloth, but it's very silky and very ornate. It had designs in it and stuff. Search continues. That was good to see that car. That brought back my childhood right there.